Hello, welcome to the newest episode of Generation BTS, the podcast, where we review BTS albums, which we are now back to doing, everyone.
Finally!
After a couple of weeks of alternative content. Today we'll be talking about Dark and Wild.
Whoop, whoop.
Really exciting stuff. But yeah, first the intro. I'm Christine. I'm 29 for a couple more days. I have been Army 2 years now. And with me, as always, I've got...
Hi, I'm Leanne. I'm 34 and I've been Army... What did I say in the last one?
Year and a half?
Yeah, 18 months.
And...
Hi, I'm Natasha. I'm 20 years old. And I've been Army for 7 years almost.
Nice.
Nearly half my life.
Yeah. 2/3.
Yeah, roughly. That is a pretty big achievement, though. Well done.
Commitment.
Yeah.
We'll never be able to do that.
Well, if I'm Army... I was 28 when I became Army, so if I'm Army 28 years, I will have been Army half my life. Yeah.
We will be.
Of course. Never ending forever, baby. As we say. And also, well, we started off with 3 generations, 1 teen, 1 20s and 1 30s, but we're about to have 1 20s and 2 30s. So if anyone's a teenager and really wants to join,
or anyone in their 40s,
40s or 50s,
40s are welcome.
Yeah, but you can't have too many opinions because we already run really long.
No, we'll just get rid of Natasha. Anyone out there that's a rap line stan, write in. How can they find us, Natasha, to be a replacement?
You can email us at generationbts, all the albums, at gmail.com. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, we are generationbts_, and just generationbts on YouTube. Whoop, whoop.
Right, and today, like I said, we're talking about Dark and Wild, but first we have had some recent updates to discuss.
Big news.
So, yeah, I don't think we need to go member by member this time because a lot of them have been quite quiet, but there's been one major thing happening, and of course it is, well, not of course, because it'll be a while until this comes out.
Of course, it could be something else major that's happened in the next 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah, but yeah, no, we are about a week. Has it been a week?
No, 5 days. It comes out on Friday.
Yeah, so it's Tuesday today.
Wednesday,
Friday.
Thursday, Friday.
That spoiled the surprise. But yeah, last Friday we had 7 come out. It was a big day.
7.
That day, Big Friday. But yeah, we should talk about it because it caused all the controversy. First, should we say what we think about it? Do you want to go first, Natasha, as our resident JK stan?
It's good to see that you're still alive.
Yeah, I love it. It's so like, oh my god.
Yeah, okay.
I listen to it maybe like 500 times a day. I just put it on, blast it, and just like play it. And then every time it comes on and he says, does the explicit version always, and he says it again, I'm like, I'm on a train and be like, these people have no idea.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know if we said already, but Natasha's in Korea at the moment. So you've been running around there listening to JK fucking every night. Although he's in America at the moment.
Which you were pretty gutted about, to be honest. It was like JK announces concert to release 7 in America. You were like, I'm in fucking Korea. Like, come on, JK.
Hopefully he'll come back soon.
Yeah.
But
then he can... fuck all around South Korea as well.
Yeah.
Once he's done all his fucking in America.
Hopefully. Yeah, but have you seen anything around Korea that's been...
I did see, before the music video was released, I went to Hongdae and they have like a street with some billboards on the buildings, and I was just walking around on FaceTime and I was like, oh my god, it's there! And then like waited there like half an hour for him to pop up again, and he popped up on both big screens and I'm like, 7! That might be the only promo pictures that I've seen. I've seen more Hobie, actually.
Yeah, for his Louis Vuitton thing.
Yes.
Okay, well, that's good. I'm glad you like it.
We saw some posters as well.
Listening to the explicit version. There's been posters here in London.
We went and found them.
But yeah, very exciting. It was the like worldwide marketing efforts that they were doing for the single, apparently. It's been quite cool. Should we say what we think about it then?
I like it. Look at her face. It's really, really, really catchy.
Yeah.
The end.
Yeah, okay, well, I was going to say this, we'll talk about the song first, so not the video, but yeah, I agree, it's catchy.
I just feel like I didn't need an English song.
Yeah.
I think he should have done what Jimin did and did an English version.
Yeah.
But I don't need JK to sing all in English. This is the boy that wrote The Magic Shop. He didn't even write it.
Yeah.
When all the promo materials came out, we were having a secret chat like, JK is going to come and get us.
Yeah.
He's going to drop something super intellectual because we'd just done the Festa songs as well.
Well, the title was 7, so we thought it was
about the boys.
Like, oh my god, my time with the boys. Best thing
one of
that
BTS,
happened to me. And
gonna be
I have brothers.
And he was just like, no, it's just about...
it's about fucking every day.
It's about banging every day. And I was like, right, cool. I'm behind that. Is there any other meaning here? No? Is it catchy? Yes. Do I want it to go to number 1? Yes.
For sure.
Have I bought all the versions? Yes. Have I streamed it? Yes.
Yeah.
But I think there are better songs, and I hope there are more authentic JK songs on the album. It just feels a bit, as 3 white girls sat in a room, it feels a bit Western.
Yes.
Sorry, Natasha, and all of the JK fans out there, and my mum. I've not told my mum I didn't love it.
Well, I saw when they first came out, obviously, I listened to it, watched the video. I saw quite a lot of people were like, oh, it's a bit meh. It's sexy. It's definitely explicit. I was going to ask you guys whether you listen to the explicit version or the clean version. You're explicit.
I'm clean.
Yeah, I feel like I want to be someone who listens to the explicit version and doesn't cringe, but I do.
Yeah.
It's just a bit cringe.
Too hard.
But I don't think that's about him. Well, it might be a little bit about him. But back in the day, maybe like 2007 or something, there was an Akon song that was I Want to Love You, and that had an explicit version that said I want to fuck you. So it feels like that, and I felt the same way about that. I'm like, oh, I just don't really need you to be that overt about your intentions.
And in the clean version, you still know that the explicit version's there without constantly getting blindsided. Like, you know, you're just going about your day, and then he's like, I'll be fucking you right. And you're like, oh shit, yes. Okay, now I'm back in Fantasyland.
Yeah. It also reminds me a bit of when, after he broke out of One Direction, Zayn Malik did the Pillow Talk one, where he's just like rolling around with Gigi Hadid. And you're like, great, I understand you can now sing about sex and that's good for you. But it feels like, let me tell you how good I am at sex. Like, it's really good and quite catchy. Every time I listen to it, I get it in my head for ages.
Oh, it's been in my head nonstop.
Yeah.
What part sticks in your head?
The Monday, Tuesday, Friday. Yeah. And I really like Lato's verse.
Yeah, Lato does a brilliant job on it. So then that you get this like female perspective of loving to bang as well, which I think is really important. It shouldn't just be men that love to bang.
Well, he's loving to bang for her, I guess that's the point of the song. Like, it's not like, oh, Jesus, I just really want to fuck every night. It's like, because you're so good to me, I want to like make you feel good every night.
But yeah, you said it's about devotion.
Yeah.
Which fits nicer. Even though it's obviously just about banging.
It is about banging, yeah. But like, he said he listened to it with Bang PD and decided he really wanted to sing that song. So presumably it was his own choice. But it does feel like it is very angled towards Western radio play, is what I got from it. And it's done really well at that. Like, it's
been on BBC Radio 1.
Yeah.
It's number 2 in the UK at current.
Yep. We're really trying to get it to number 1. The only reason I'm a bit lukewarm is just because of how it compares to what the others have put out. I was massively more impressed by Face, let's put it that way. It doesn't say a lot about who he is, and it's not like every song needs to be super meaningful. Like, not every song needs to be exploration of your inner self, but
not every song has to be Hegum, right? Because that would be ridiculous.
That too.
There's already Deja.
Not what I meant, but yeah. Yeah, it could have just as easily been sung by Justin Bieber or Justin Timberlake or Craig David or Shawn Mendes or any of those guys. And also, like, I think what bothers me a little bit as well is because it's getting so much radio play. And for people who just listen to the radio and have heard Butter and have heard Dynamite and now are hearing this, have this one idea of what BTS is, and they will just not be told otherwise. And you try and say, no, but there's so much more to them than that. But if that's all that ever appears on the radio, then obviously it's not a true representation of what BTS encapsulates.
I think it's a good gateway. Maybe don't bring any more armies on board because, you know, we still want to kids.
That's true.
But, and when I spoke to my mum, who is probably not the benchmark, but when I spoke to her and I told her, oh, but he didn't even write it, she was like, yeah, but does he write all the stuff? And I was like, yeah, he's wrote
a few.
Wrote a few. And then she asked about Euphoria, and I said, well, actually, no, I wrote Euphoria, but Magic Shop, please go and listen to Magic Shop. And she was like, oh, how does that go? And I was like, oh, it's the one that goes, so show me, I'll show. And she was like, oh, I love that one, I didn't know that was him. And I was like, yes, that's the standard.
That's what you can do. Yeah,
that's what I was expecting. Yeah, maybe I'd spent too long with the Festa songs, because that had been so recent that we've done Still With You and My You. So I have been, sending them away. Yeah. And being like, yes, welcome. Go do your research.
No, I guess if people take the step to do their research, great. But if they don't, which I presume like most people who already have the preconceived notion of like, oh, K-pop's just like them jumping around with like fancy colors and doing dance moves, to them it's not going to help them be like, oh, actually this is really good. So yeah, I don't know, it sounds also like the love child of Craig David's 7 Days and Mario's Let Me Love You, because there is one bit that's exactly the same like as that song.
Drink on Monday,
by
Tuesday, we were making love by Wednesday. That's Craig David's one, which is also called 7 Days.
Yeah. Apologies if you can hear the dog in the background. We're recording in the middle of the day because Natasha is on Korean time. So yeah, it's a bit hard to avoid the dog, unfortunately.
And apologies if my singing of Craig David gets cut because of the dog. You'll never know.
Yeah, and then I just felt really bothered by him posing next to Scooter Braun, because I have a personal hatred towards him, which involves our fandom of Taylor Swift.
My mum as well. She was like, yeah, it's about that guy Scooter Braun. And I was like, yeah, we hate that guy.
Yeah, we hate him.
Like, oh, we hate that guy. I was like, we hate that guy.
It just gives me this uneasy feeling that all these American like high CEO label exec guys are like, this guy's super hot, he's the breakout star, let's throw him into all these like poppy radio songs and
we don't want
make him our cash cow.
Yeah, we don't want a breakout star.
Yeah. He said he wanted to sing it, and it is a genre that suits him. And he is super sexy, so it's like a subject matter that fits him as well. I just don't want him to be steered down this, like, you're just for commercial revenue.
Yeah, you said that we had something that was sort of quite cool that we liked, and then it was now being taken and molded into something else, which isn't what it is. But you can't. We're trapped.
Yeah, exactly. It feels like, when there's like an internet trend or an internet meme, and then all the brands get involved and like make the jokes, and you're like, oh, it's not for you.
No.
I also said the thing about how, if anyone's seen The Social Network, there's a big scene where Mark Zuckerberg is telling them to advertise on Facebook, and then Justin Timberlake's character, who I don't remember who he's meant to play, but he's like, oh no, we can't do that, because it would be like taking the coolest party of the year and then making it finish at 11. That's like, you're taking this really cool, beautiful, like organic thing and just making it uncool with your corporate vibes. And that's just a little like the feeling that I have after this, especially because it came after Dreamers as well, which was definitely corporate vibes.
But it had its own steer, right?
He did write Dreamers.
Yeah. It's another step, isn't it? It's another step away from.
There was one girl on one of the Facebook groups I'm in that said it really well. She said that it's just that whenever they release English music, it seems to be sort of geared towards the US market, and then that changes the style and the tone of the songs. And I was like, yeah, that's exactly what it is, actually. That's why it bothers me. There are all these rumors right now that the album's going to be all English, which obviously some people are like, yeah, great, like let him sing English if he wants to, which absolutely, if that's his choice and that's what he wants to do, then let's do it. But if it's presented to him as the best choice, then it's a little frustrating, because obviously we know that he has all these talents within writing his own music, and he's not that steady in English.
Yeah, even on Good Morning America, I thought, oh, maybe his English should have improved, but it hasn't.
Yeah, it was fine. He said he's working on it. He said in one of the V Lives that he's taking lessons and stuff, but finding it really hard. So
he doesn't need to learn English.
No, exactly.
Well, unless he wants to marry our Natasha.
We hope he does. But yeah, no, for what it is, it's good.
It's brilliant for what it is. Yeah. It is better than Dreamers.
Oh, it's for sure.
It's better than even Permission Dance. Better than
sure.
It's better than all the other English songs. But I think we hold a place that we weren't aware that we held, and we didn't hold it for Like Crazy, because that came out in Korean and in English, but we never listened to the English version that much. No. But we still bought the version.
But then at the same time, Like Crazy didn't get the same radio treatment, which is frustrating, because that was a single I also thought about Closer and Lonely from from Indigo didn't get that same radio push.
But he didn't.
They weren't singles. Like Crazy was a single. Yeah. So you'd think that they maybe would play that on the radio, but they didn't. Maybe they did in America.
But then, like, why is Scooter Braun not supporting Jimin?
Exactly, yeah.
And the other boys?
And that's what makes me feel like, oh, we've decided this guy's it.
And also, don't call it 7.
Yeah.
Call it 7 days. And then at least I won't expect it to be about how wonderful it is.
Yeah.
You be in the matinee in this beautiful, beautiful group. And then it just be like, yeah, no, there's a clip, isn't there, when he did the Spotify one that was like, yeah, some people thought it'd be because, 7 and 7 Youngs. It's not about that. Okay. I know now.
Okay, great. Yeah.
It's just about banging.
Yeah. Anyway, should we talk about the video?
It is a bad bitch song, and that's important.
I do enjoy listening to it. It is fun, but like, I think I'll get tired of it more quickly than maybe other songs.
Maybe we need to take it to the club.
I think it'd be great at the club.
It'd be great in the club.
Yeah.
Everybody will be banging.
There's also the little dance that he does where he does all the hip thrusts.
Yeah. The choreo, 10 out of 10.
Hip thrusts will come up later in this episode as well, actually. No, should we talk about the video a little bit? The video, I think it's fun and entertaining. I think they both act well, JK and Suhee.
Suhee's brilliant, isn't he?
Yeah. I think a lot of people have had a lot of different theories, and there has been some controversy around the whole thing. It sort of kicked off on one of the Facebook groups that we're in, but I've seen it across others as well. So I think
we were sort of unaware, weren't we? We were just out living our lives. It seems like there's all this drama on the Facebook groups. It's like, about what?
The drama is about whether he is being creepy stalkerish, essentially, like following her around everything. So people are suggesting that they might have done better if they'd considered what it might be like for a woman to receive this kind of like persistent attention. That's what the controversy is. And I think if watching it made you feel that way, a lot of people have been like, why are you not supporting him and stuff like that. But if watching it made you feel that way, like there's nothing you can do about that. That's how it made you feel.
Yeah.
So I think it's fine for people to
stalking or following or incessant boyfriends or exes or even suitors. Like, it's not a comfortable thing to be going through. I think they could have made it clearer on the second theory.
Yeah, so there's a theory that we'll talk about. I guess, should we first talk about like what we thought when we first watched it?
Should we talk about first what we thought about of the teaser?
Oh yeah,
all of the memes that came out of that. That was
a great day. Yeah,
great day.
The teaser just showed them obviously in the restaurant. They're sort of arguing. The chandelier falls down, and then you get the first 2 lines of the song. What did we think when the teaser came out? I was excited.
I really liked the teaser. Yeah. I thought the teaser was good. I really liked the teaser, and I loved the Amy memes. Like the one where she's like, "Oh, do you love anyone more than me?" And he's like, Namjoon Young, and then she's like rolling her eyes. That's what they're arguing about. Or they're arguing because he's brought the rest of the boys in the
restaurant. Yeah, that one's
in
funny.
The restaurant, and then the one where she's like, "Why'd you have to bring him?" And it's gin, and he's like, "We always do eat gin."
Yeah, I'm just trying to film my eat gin.
Just trying to film my eat gin. And then one where she's like, "Why didn't you answer my call last night at 3 a.m?" And he was like, "I was doing karaoke for Army." Yeah. Like, I don't understand what the problem is. Yeah. There were so many good ones.
There's so many good ones, yeah. Can we not just get rid of 2 mattresses? And he's like, no. Why are we even starting this conversation?
So good. That was...
it was a rich text, that.
It always makes me think of when V said that Army weren't that funny.
Yeah.
I'm always like, we're hilarious.
Yeah, we are. What did you think about the teaser?
Yeah, what was your favourite meme?
I did like that. That was funny to go on and see a new one every day. But I liked it. Just the lyrics in it. Even now the song is released and I know for a fact what the lyrics said, I'm still a bit like, the one bit where it's like, I kiss your waist and ease your mind. Every time I sing it, I just like, I wish your ass away. I'm just mumbling. I could just never make it said, I kiss your waist and ease your mind.
There's too many syllables, not enough spaces.
I thought it was that from the start, but then I saw online they edited the lyrics like loads of times, didn't they?
Yeah, the memes were good.
The memes were good. The memes were a good thing. Also, it was another thing that was really good, the concept photos. The concept photos were like top notch.
10 out of 10.
Really
flawed.
Good. I think they raised my expectations.
I was going to say we were late because the concept photos weren't. We were late for his workout live. And we both had somewhere to be, and he was working out, and we were like 5 more minutes.
Yeah.
Just see her on our phones by Mum. I think he's nearly done.
Yeah, I was like half an hour late for dinner. I was like, it's not my fault. Honestly, there was a live workout.
I've been hanging out with my boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the concept photos were absolutely
they were super
stunning.
Hot. Anyway, back to the video.
Yeah.
So, theories. Is it them arguing? Does he just want to bang and she's tired or trying to get shit done? That's what I thought when I first watched it.
She was like, yeah, it's a bit annoying that he just wants to bang all the time.
No, it was like, why would she react like this if he's like, I want to bang, and she's like, get away from me, I'm doing fucking laundry.
Like on Monday, he's like at the restaurant, like, hey, do you want to bang? And she's like, no, I'm not again. And then Tuesday, he's like, do you want to bang? She's like, no, I'm busy. Then she's doing laundry.
Do you not see me doing laundry right now?
And then it just goes on and on and on.
And then she's on top of a building, and he's like, now.
She's on the train, and he's like, should we bang now? And I was like, Christine, that's obviously not what happened. They obviously have a fight, and then he's trying to like get her to forgive him.
Yeah.
And eventually she forgives him on the Sunday.
Right.
And she was like, oh, right, I thought she just decided she'd bang him on the Sunday. No.
She was like, yeah, fine, well, whatever, I got time today. Yeah, so that was the main theory for a couple of days. And then there was a different theory.
Yeah, and
that I think makes a lot of sense.
That theory was they have the argument on the Monday, and then he's chasing her around all these different places, begging for forgiveness.
Yeah.
Until she finally cracks on the Sunday, and that run of 7 days of begging for forgiveness is intrusive and stalkery, and she clearly doesn't want him to be there. She's doing the eye rolling, she's sending him away, she's trying to get away from him.
She's ignoring him.
And he's just being incessant.
Yeah.
So that second theory, not many people had there. He just wants to bang every day and she's busy.
Funny that. Yeah.
She's busy theory. I think people would have had problems with that one as well.
Yeah.
People have problems with the second reading, which was
they're a couple.
What is consent?
Yeah.
When should he back off?
But with him wanting to like be forgiven, I don't understand why does the restaurant explode? Why does it flood?
That's where the third theory comes in, which is a much better theory and fits with a lot of the graphics. But then for that, in typical Bangtan, you need to have watched it more times. So there'll be people out there that have this perception. So
yeah. So the theory involves them having the fight at the restaurant. Presumably she either asks for some space or they break up, whatever. And then she tries to sort of move on with her life, which is why she's doing all these activities. But she just keeps thinking about him, and that's why he's there in all these different scenes.
So him being there is the thought.
She can't get him out of her head, essentially.
Yeah.
All she can think about is all his good loving.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the third theory, which I think probably makes a lot of sense and made a lot of people feel better, I think.
And it explains why the laundromat floods. So the thoughts are flooding her, and then she's trying to drown him out, which is why she's sort of swimming away.
Yeah.
And the same when she's just in the street and he happens to be there.
Yeah, he's like walking after her, and she's like, no.
But and then there's on the stretcher. Why would he be on the stretcher?
I think she's trying to like kill him off,
get rid of the thoughts, and then even when she thinks she's got rid of him, he's at the funeral, he's back again.
And then he pops up again,
He's back in her mind where she's like, I'm definitely over it.
Yeah, and there's a bit on the train as well where she walks through the train and then she looks up and then you can see him like,
he's up there.
As if she's like thinking like, oh my God, this is so annoying having these thoughts.
And with the funeral, she's put him to bed and she's happy with that. And then when he wakes back up, she's like, oh, fuck. I'm still thinking about him even though I thought I was over it.
And at the end, when she puts her hand out, then once he takes her hand, the rain stops. So then that sort of storm in her mind has been put to bed.
Yeah, the thoughts have stopped flowing because she's come to peace with it.
Yeah.
Whether he's actually there or not, she's going to go find him is yet to be decided. But yeah, that's a much less stalkery theory and also better than him begging to bang every day.
Yeah.
But, you know, if he did want to bang every day, it would be difficult to think about him.
The thing as
because
well.
You used to get banged every day.
Yeah.
Every day, you're like, oh, I'm not getting banged again.
Yeah. That's what I found annoying when I first watched it, because I was like, no one would behave like this. No one would be like, get away from me, JK. I'm doing laundry.
Priority.
Yeah.
I thought that the way that they could have done it, all I can think of is, some sort of like dream sequence.
Or like make the edges of him a bit blurry.
Like some sort of visual.
Like a thought bubble.
Yeah, or like a camera that comes into her brain and then opens up that scene. I was like, there are definitely ways that you could have done this that aren't, she looks up and he's walking on a train. Obviously, he's not stalking her on a train.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, yeah, but he is JK, so he could walk on a train.
Yeah. I wouldn't put that past him. I think they tried with all the like, especially when she's on the building and he's just suddenly there on this like scaffolding thing. They tried to make it like ridiculous enough that you'd think, oh, she's this is obviously not real. Yeah. But then it did take everyone a while to get there, I think.
They should have done more visual indicators.
A lot of online arguments were had,
Yeah, some of the Facebook groups had to like stop their commenting.
Delete comments. Yeah, people left.
It was a whole people thing. Left groups. What do you think of that theory?
It's definitely a lot more clearer, but like, as you said, it would be better if it were portrayed a lot easier to understand rather than being like, I need to dig deep, I need to understand this. Like, we know to do that because we're army and we've previously done that in all the music videos. But then when it comes to like an outsider watching it, you'd be like, this is too far onto one side, which I'm not happy to see. I guess with the song being more towards Western artists, you would have thought maybe they would have put the music video in simple Western terms rather than complicated Korean terms.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree, for sure. That's an excellent point.
And especially when you're toying with something that's consent, there should have been some, like RM has the feminist consultants that review his lyrics. There should have been some sensitivity consultants, some females around the table.
There was a female producer on it, but
more voices, more eyes when you're going to put something out that someone can say, oh, this blurs the line of consent.
Like a question that I get asked being in Korea, and like, oh, why'd you come to Korea? What do you like about Korea? I'm always like, well, to be fair, it's like, it's 4 a.m. I'm walking about, like, I've not got to be like, put my keys in between my fingers, got to look over him and be like, there's a man behind me. The culture here of men and women is totally different. So I guess as someone who's Korean watching the video, you won't think like, oh, he's potentially harming her because he's a man and he's after a woman and it makes that one woman vulnerable.
Yeah, it's anti some of the safety culture that we know exists in Korea.
Yeah, in some of the dramas and stuff, you do see the scenes with men behaving inappropriately towards women. And like we had in the video for Boy in Love with them like pushing her up against the locker and stuff like that. But yeah, I think I agree with what you said. It's like they've taken a Korean concept and just chucked it into a Western setting and thought people would just get it and
didn't review it enough.
Yeah. I don't know whether I know they have intimacy coordinators on like TV show and movie sets. I don't know whether there's any like function that reviews music videos and talks about what's appropriate and not appropriate, but maybe they should have had something like that.
Well, and there's definitely sensitivity consultants now. Someone should have had eyes on this.
I think the interpretation has helped, and hopefully that gets spread widely and people see it that way going forward. But yeah, I think there's plenty of people that probably won't dig that deep. And then, there's probably also plenty of people that just see it as a couple having a fight and then making up and it not being problematic. And to be honest, I didn't think it was super problematic when I first watched it, but obviously there's enough people now who have put their hands up and said, actually, I thought this was a little too much. And yeah, they should reflect on that and do better in the future.
But we still really like it.
We do still really like it. We want to get it that number one. Not unsupportive of him by any means, which I've also seen a lot of people when they say like, oh, it made me feel a bit uncomfortable. Everyone's like, why are you not supporting him? I'll support anything that they do. It's not that we're not supporting him. It's just that if you're a big fan of someone, it shouldn't prevent you from being able to put your hand up when you shouldn't just blindly follow everything that they do.
And we're empowered within the fandom from them and from the history of having the things that ARMY have done and BTS and ARMY have done together to feel like we can raise a voice. It's a two-way conversation, right? If we don't say it, then it won't be seen and it won't be changed and it won't be heard. And we have known that apologies have come in the past and things have changed. Right?
Yeah, we'll talk about that in this episode as well. Yes, I think that's all we have time for 7. It was quite a long chat. Any other business that we need to cover in updates land? The book has come out. Have we got it? Leanne and I have it.
How deep are you?
I'm page 70. I just checked.
I'm 68. I've just got to go for school in major, positive, happy, joyous news after nearly a year, over a year, we finally have justice for Jack in the Box. Yes, all those hashtags on Twitter, justice Jack in the Box. All of my rants about how ridiculous it is.
Constantly tweeting at Big Hit Music.
Emailing them every day, just a reminder, where's my justice? My justice.
Jack in the Box physical album, it's here.
Please take my money for a Jack in the Box physical album, which has been announced. It's coming out soon. And it comes with a toy. So someone in Hybe has done something
good,
finally.
I really like the concept photos that they put out, the ones in the box. First of all, appreciate the commitment to the box. Everything's in the box. I get it. I see you. But there's a couple where there's like two versions of him, one in black and one in white, and I was like, oh, this is cool. This is interesting.
Very cool.
So I really like those.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, and I met Hobie Army out in the wild. I saw her wearing the J-Hope t-shirt, the Still Not Enough t-shirt, and I spoke to her and her mom when we were at a festival, and she was absolutely the sweetest. Shout out to her, because she said that she'd listen. So
cool. If you're listening, welcome. Hi.
Let's move on to Dark and Wild.
We'll move on to Dark and Wild.
We have been putting this off.
Not personally, it's just that other things have come up, like Yoongi's album and then Festa, that we decided we should do something for. So it's not intentional, really. But yeah, Dark and Wild, we have been listening to for the last 3 months.
Yeah, the last of the hip-hop.
Well, I'm going to get to this, but I think this is very much like a transition album, because it would be weird for them to go straight from school to Most Beautiful Moment in Life. So this one bridges the gap.
Starts at hip hop and then gets more romantic.
Yeah, and they introduce more of the like rock elements.
Yeah. And there's a lot of intense I love you concepts.
Yeah.
A lot of intense I love you lyrics.
Well,
which I wasn't ready for.
We left School Love Affair
on Outro Propose.
Yeah, a very hopeful romantic note. And I think we're meant to think that this one sort of picks up where that one left off. But at least in the first part of the album, it's sort of suggesting that love has now gone awry. It's sort of the love yourself tier to School Love Affairs, love yourself her, if you will.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So, they weren't thinking that at the time.
I don't know. Like, it does feel like one unified narrative, like, if you do think about it, but it also could stand alone, because as you sort of mentioned towards the end of the album, there are more, like, lovey-dovey songs. We'll talk about this as we go through, but I don't know whether it's meant to be like, oh, it's the same girls and we had these issues, but now we're okay. Or whether it's like, oh, I moved on and now I'm in this really happy relationship.
I've got rid of that toxic girl.
Yeah.
The one who doesn't text me back and makes me feel like I'm pathetic.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So this one mainly focuses on themes of youthful romantic relationships, but it also has some songs that are more like, this is what our experience of being idols are like. So we'll talk about those as well, obviously. But Dark and Wild was also their first studio album. It was released on the 20th of August 2014, so a year and 2 months after the debut.
Oh.
So they'd already released 3 albums at that point, and then the first proper studio album comes out. So they've been busy, and we actually see a couple of the first scenes that eventually become part of the Most Beautiful Moment in Life universe story, although I don't know whether they intended for them to be part of it at the time, but a couple of the clips from Danger are used in the universe, yeah. So it's been a while since we've done this, but I've read the Big Hit blurb. Yeah. Big Hit states about Dark and Wild.
This is the car eyeliner era.
Yeah.
What does Big Hit say?
Yeah, so the Big Hit blurb says, BTS sings about love gone awry in Dark and Wild. They warn the girl who acts like she doesn't love them not to take them for granted anymore. I've abbreviated it. And then they say, the boys are no longer in their school uniforms, and they have become tougher. Okay. BTS made sure that the visuals, performance, and all the elements of their first studio album are flawless. Ooh. Tracks that highlight the different genres of hip-hop, South, West, boom bap, and trap provide a clear direction of BTS's music. The title track, Danger, is a tightly composed hybrid hip-hop song with a piercing punk rock guitar sound that features stark rap, a powerful hook, and exhilarating shouting.
Exhilarating shouting. What is South, West boom bap and trap.
I don't know. Different styles of rap, I think. I don't know. I know that there's meant to be different styles of like, there's like the New York set of rappers, and then there's Southern, like South, like Atlanta stuff.
Yeah.
And then obviously there's like West Coast rap.
Yeah.
Of America, this is. But I don't know how they differ in style. No. They probably do.
We're not there in the book yet, but there's a really sweet bit about how, and spoilers if you're not this far in the book, about how Yoongi and RM and Hobie rap line host hip hop school, where all the Maknae line have to come to hip hop school and they play like different songs. All the boys are like, yeah, so we used to like practice all day and then go home and do hip hop school.
Yeah, it's cute. Yeah. And Yoongi's done a review of this album, as he tended to do for the early albums. They wanted to show a more manly image than School Era. Right?
They're manly men.
Yeah. And then he said that before taking the jacket photos, they didn't sleep at all because they flew back from shooting American Hustle live and then went like straight into the MV shoot the next day. So did the jacket photo shoot like between those two. But it was the first proper album, so he said that the members just gathered their strength and did their best. And they worked twice as hard on this as they did on the previous album because it has a lot of songs, he said.
He's got twice as many songs.
Yeah. In the album, if you have the album booklet, he said that they hand wrote the track list and the lyrics.
Aww,
like, it's not just a font, it's like their actual handwriting. And he said that it's a difficult album to prepare for. They were writing lyrics on the plane. He said he wrote the cipher Embarrassed and 24/7 Heaven whilst flying.
Jeez.
And he said you don't often see an idol album with 14 songs, but it was to show off their capabilities and maturity. And it's the first full album. It's very meaningful. He liked it a lot. It has lots of good tracks, and he hopes people will listen to them as well as the title tracks, especially Let Me Know, which he produced.
Oh, exciting.
Mm-hmm. That was what he had to say. I'll come back to what he said about each song after the songs. But commercially, Dark and Wild debuted at number 2 on the weekly charts the week it was released. It was also the 14th best-selling album of 2014, according to Gaon's year-end album chart. And then Danger, the title track, peaked at number 7 on the World Digital Songs chart, while War of Hormone peaked at number 11, which was the follow-up. And it received a bonsang in the album division at the 2014 Golden Disc Awards.
Nice. So they would have been happy with that one.
Yeah, but the bonsang is like
everyone gets
10 albums win the bonsang, so it's not like as special. That's all I had to say about it intro-wise. Should we talk about our first impressions? Do we like it? I can go first. I quite like it, I think. I think just because it's quite long, there's a lot of the songs that sort of kind of blend into each other a little bit. So when I was listening to it and doing the lyrics, it was the first album where I couldn't like tell in my head, like, oh, this is that part of the song, or oh, this is sung by this member, or like it required me to go back and re-listen to it a lot more to sort of distinguish the different parts. I don't think I've listened to it any less than the other albums because it's on my playlist, and whenever the songs come up, like I do listen to them, but it is a little long. I was thinking about whether we do like a segment where we cut 3 songs.
Free skips.
Not like skips, but like I listened to another music podcast. I think it was about Taylor's Lover, actually, where they said like, oh, this album's too long. It's really good, but it's too long. Like, let's each cut 5 songs. But I tried to do it on my own when I was researching, and I was like, actually, this is really hard. I don't want to cut 3 songs. But we'll see if we've got time. But yeah, I think I like it overall. I think the latter half is better than the first half, from the cipher till the end. What do you think?
I don't hate it. But I think if we were still putting out episodes every 2 weeks, and we'd not had the break of Festa and Yoongi, I would hate it.
Oh.
Because I found it really difficult. Even though we've had 3 months to it, I've always felt like, oh, there's more time to come back to it, or there's more time to come back to it.
Yeah.
And then when I put it on, I'm like, oh, this hip-hop stuff.
But isn't that hip-hoppy? At least not the end isn't.
Yeah, well, I think that's the problem. I'm sort of going into the start.
The start is a little tough.
The start's tough, yeah. And I do think it's too long. Like you said, I'd used to be able to skip 3 of these Dark and Wild ones. But I do like some of the lyrics. Some of the lyrics are a bit spicy. And RM's particularly spicy in it.
Yeah, I definitely like it more. And when we sort of spun it in, I was a bit like, oh, this one. But I know some people really ride hard for Dark and Wild. Like, some people really like it. Before, I kind of just thought of it as that, oh yeah, that's that in-between one, between School and most beautiful moment in life.
And the visuals are still quite jarring.
Oh, awful.
The visuals are
really bad.
I want to go with some of the worst but I think I've sort of forgotten.
By far, yeah.
I think I've forgotten how bad the visuals were. But then I went back and looked at some of like the No More Dream stuff and I was like, no, actually.
This is worse, yeah.
This is worse. Dark and Wild has the worst looks.
Yeah.
You know, Hobie in particular, that haircut that they put on that boy is an abomination.
It's a lot of terrible haircuts. What do you think? Do you like Dark and Wild?
Yes, I do like Dark and Wild. There is some probably unnecessary parts, but that's probably just because like we've got like an interlude and an outro and an intro and all these like other things that you just like, I'll try work with it.
That's every BTS album though.
But yeah, I'd say that it's more plus than minus.
Oh,
good.
More plus than minus.
Yes, okay. Well, on that note then, I think we shall get started. So first song, intro, What Am I to You? That's yours.
That's my guy.
Yeah.
It was written by P-Dog and RM and produced by P-Dog and just sung by RM. RM's intro.
Yep.
So it sort of starts quite weirdly. The only thing I can liken it to is the scene in Love Actually where the couples unite.
Yeah.
Like it's this really like like a fucking like big theatre production's gonna start.
Like a string orchestra.
Yeah. Very, very
I think
strange.
that's what it's trying to do though, like trying to give you the like rom-com vibes and then it sort of comes crashing down a bit later.
Yeah. Why do that?
Well, because it's meant to go in from School Love Affair into this. So you're all like, oh my God, I'm so happy.
Proposed.
Yeah.
So yeah, after this big romantic theatrical intro, which is a bit disconcerting for the start of a hip-hop album.
I think it's cool. I think it makes sense.
The first line is, come here, I'm about to take you higher. We're about to set this love on fire.
Yep.
And those lyrics are sampled and adapted from a J. Cole song, Higher, which was released in 2010. Obviously, we know J. Cole, everybody's favourite boy.
Yep.
Especially Hobie's.
Hip-hop roots at all times.
Hobie's favourite boy.
Yeah, we know hip-hop.
Hope on the Street.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, then the rest of the verse goes, I've never felt like this before. My mom couldn't even stop me. I told you how I really felt, and in the end I won. Baby, you should know you change all my negatives to positives.
Yep.
You put up your fawns, but I can see you're a rose.
Oh,
no. Basic. But I see you're a rose who's making my heart race again. The person is you. I still don't know, but I'll make you know everything about me. I want to be your Opa.
Yeah, I want to be your Opa.
Which we know is a honorific. For, is it brother?
It's like older brother, but you say it, if you're a female, you say it to older men.
Yeah.
But because obviously some girls tend to go for like men that are slightly older, it's become this like flirty term.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I want to be recognised differently than the other dudes.
Yep.
It might seem like a typical line from a movie, but I have a sixth sense.
Yes.
Yeah, Sixth Sense, like the movie.
Sixth Sense is a movie, yeah.
It's a movie.
It's a movie known for its dramatic plot twist, apparently. RM is emphasizing how he's different from the other guys who will just say stuff to impress girls by talking about this like movie that's got a plot twist.
Then yo.
Yeah.
I'll be different. I'll be missing. I'll be kissing you all the time, girl.
Yeah.
Cheeky.
Love that line. That's in English as well.
Yeah. So I thought some of these lyrics were a bit far.
At least
now
I've got all the time.
I'll be fucking you all day. Or what?
Every night I'll be fucking you right. Yeah.
Every night I'll be fucking you right. It's not that. No. So like the bar is now.
I don't think they could have got away with that at this point in time. Yeah. There is some really sexually explicit lyrics later. We'll get to them.
I can't take my eyes off of you. Oh no, I can take my eyes off of you, but I can't take my heart off of you. Oh, yeah. So I can look away, but I can't forget.
And also, it's not all about your looks. It's about like
your brain,
vibe,
your sexy
vibe.
brain. Mm-hmm. Now this is the beginning. I'm your pocket monster.
Oh, cute.
Reminded me of, the little Tamagotchis.
Yeah.
And the Tamagotchi little digital pets that you used to keep. In your pocket. And some of them were, I used to have a dinosaur and I was obsessed with dinosaurs when I was tween. I like take my pocket monster.
It was very serious. Yeah.
Serious business.
I love that line though. It's so every time he says it, I'm like, cute.
Also reminds me of the recent V Live that Jimin did where he put Army in his pocket. Everyone just sat in his pocket for like 2 minutes when he took his out. He was like, how was it?
Yeah.
Very sweet.
Pocket monster, yeah. It's cute.
Very cute.
Yeah.
You gave me your heart and I gave you all of mine. Today is happier than yesterday. But why? That's the end of verse 1. And it's like a straight rap, isn't it? So it's going to go straight into verse 2.
Well, there's like a bit of an instrumental here where the chord, according to Genius lyrics, the chord goes from C major to C minor, which is like a dramatic shift, and it parallels the difference between like the
happy and the sad.
And this, yeah.
He's no longer the pocket monster.
No.
It's all gone tits up.
Mm-hmm.
Why am I finding an excuse to call you like I'm a sinner?
Yeah.
It's worse than before we started dating. Is it not enough that we are a couple? You always give short answers, like, yes, I'm sleeping. No. Your messages don't exceed 10 bytes.
Mm-hmm.
You're like a goalkeeper who has lost her will. I'm like Messi, running all over the place.
Yeah, I like that one. It's cute.
She is running laps around him. He's trying.
No.
She stood still and he's running laps around her.
Yeah,
but
he's trying. He's really trying, and she's not trying at all.
Yeah, to treat him mean, keep him cute.
And also,
working.
like, I don't know whether they're meant to be on the same team or not, but if in football, if like the outfield players are working really hard, but the goalkeeper is not trying, like you're not going to win. You're not going to win because the goalkeeper is very, very,
very bad,
important. If there's no goalkeeper, then the other team will just
keep scoring, even if you are Messi,
like JK.
Just keep scoring Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
scoring every day.
Again, scoring every day, double scoring some days, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So I knew this wasn't from the start a fair game. It's not that I wanted to win you over, but I didn't want to keep losing either. Sad. Even if we're not coupley and affectionate, I want to link arms with you like everyone else and comfort each other and really mean it. The fact that you have a dry personality, I understand, because I'm always below you. Understand.
Yeah, I always stand under you.
Yeah, I'm beneath you.
It's like under hyphen stand.
Under.
Yeah.
And then he's under her.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I'm carrying you on my shoulders. I can't do anything. My bitter smile has become a habit at some point. And you say you don't like me, but you don't hate me either, which is sad.
Yep.
Am I rushing things? But if it's not it, it's not it. I have a partner in this puppy love. I just want to freely love. This is like a game of tug of war without an opponent. What you say? So he's just pulling, and she's not pulling back.
No.
And then he's laid on the ground in the dirt.
Yeah.
And he's really sad. How old is Zoram at this point? 20?
He would just be turning 20, our Western age.
Early change part 2. Even if you're not a fiery road, I'll firmly walk on it. So please don't look at me as if you're looking at a stranger.
Mm-hmm.
When I was nothing to you, I keep thinking about those times. What am I to you, girl? What am I to you?
I do love you crazy.
Sad.
Yeah.
I do love you crazy, do you? And I do love you crazy is in English, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like this and like that. Stop confusing me. If you're going to keep this up, let's write up a contract.
Yeah.
Just, very...
Very rational.
Very rational, very logical.
Yeah.
In the contract, we're going to have a X number of kisses per day and an X number of texts per day.
Yeah.
If we do that, will I feel better?
Who knows?
She's not even She's not even going to set up a contract, Aaron.
No.
She's going to tell you that the contract's a dumb idea.
Yeah, she will. Which is.
Yeah, the contract is a dumb idea.
Yeah.
What am I to you, girl? What am I to you? I do love you crazy. Do you?
Yeah, that's the end of the song.
Arms. Sad rap. Things change, people change, everything change.
Yeah.
It just reminds me of that, but earlier and less good.
Yeah. Yeah, he's very angry towards the end. I wrote we get this sense that the love is not quite what it seems. And then he's questioning whether she wants to be there, which sounds like she doesn't, to be honest.
Do you think it's real?
No. He might be drawing on experiences, but I think this is the story that they wanted to tell through this album. He's angry, but he's also quite desperate for her to be more interested. It's not like, I'm angry, let's end it. It's like, I'm angry, but I want you to want me, and I want you to
try harder.
Define what I need to.
Yeah. Good.
It's nice. I don't mind it.
It's no intro persona.
Do you like it, Natasha?
I put the the like noise at the beginning, I wouldn't mind RM being at my wedding with JK and singing it without knowing the meaning of the lyrics. Just that sound.
It does sound like it's a wedding at the start.
It's definitely wedding-y.
Yeah. Well, when you marry JK, you can make that request. And maybe he can rewrite the lyrics a little bit.
Yeah. And it'll be called This Is What I Am to You.
Yeah.
And it'll just be banging every day.
My husband.
It'll just go on and on about how much he loves you and bangs you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What do you think of it?
I think it's fine. Yeah. I'll listen to it. Yeah, when it comes on, I listen to it. Yeah. But I wouldn't often seek it out.
Because it's not particularly angry. He's a bit frustrated.
Yeah.
But it's not like...
Well, he is shouting at the end.
Yeah. It's not his best.
Yeah. But
fine.
Yeah.
He did a good job.
He did.
The comeback trailer sort of sums up the message. They're like, it's all flowers and love. And then as you go through the gate, it starts to crack and then everything's grey and...
broken stuff.
Broken and hate and...
Yeah. First is like the BTS logo and like the tropical landscape flowers, with loads of flowers and stuff. And then like at the outside it goes to this black and white landscape full of like broken TVs and phones. And it goes to the cities full of the broken buildings and fire and everything. And then they have barbed wire on the phones and everything. So it's like this romance is killed off or like not what it seems. And then like human hearts.
But the human hearts are black.
Yeah. I'll say what Yoongi said about it. He said that initially, actually, the Rapline wrote one verse each for the comeback trailer. And there is like a Bangtan Bomb where you can see them talking about their verses, but it's really short, so I didn't include it. But then he said that RM suggested that to the company that they each write a song on their own and like pitch it as the intro. And RM's was so good that it was chosen. Yeah, is what he said. And he said that there are lyrics that are laced with deeper meaning. And he said, our leader, Rap Monster, is really cool and did quite a perfect job. And he likes the track a lot.
Very sweet.
Yeah.
Very, very sweet.
I was going to say, I think we'll try and stick to one performance. I haven't done it for every song, but for most of these songs, we'll stick to one performance.
Just because there's so many songs.
It's so many songs, yeah. So
and a few of them we've used stage mixes.
It was just to
see the different looks.
Because some of these songs I was a bit like, oh, they won't have performed this a lot. But then I was surprised to see how many performances there actually were. So then I included a couple stage mixes. But yeah, this one had a surprising amount of live performances as well, actually, including K-Con in France and the 4th Gaon Chart Awards in 2014, where they won World Rookie of the Year. But I went with Japan, Most Beautiful Moment in Life, Epilogue. It's just RM on the stage.
He's blonde as well.
He is.
Blonde one.
Yeah, he is.
Nice.
Yeah, he wears like a white shirt with like a bedazzled collar.
Which is nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
His head's sort of shaved at the sides, which I don't love.
No.
And you can see from watching him perform it live that it's like he's trying.
He walks back and forth a lot and like gestures with his hands. That's all he does, really.
Yeah. And then it all like fades to black and I'm like, what happens next?
Yeah.
It's good.
It's fine. Do you have anything to say about the performance?
I liked Blonde RM.
Yeah, it's definitely not in the worst haircuts of this era.
No. He's had bad ones in this era, but he doesn't have the worst ones.
Yeah, and
let's go to the really awful haircut.
The really
straight into
awful
Danger.
Haircut song. Yes, Danger. It was written by P-Dog, Tan Bui, Hitman Bang, RM, Suga, and J-Hope. And produced by P-Dog. P-Dog.
You didn't rough when I said P-Dog.
Oh, I forgot, sorry.
And JK roughed on his live recently, because apparently armies were roughing at GMA.
But yeah, Danger is the lead track.
Is roughing the right word? Woofing.
Well, I thought I'm not a native speaker, guys.
Yeah, woofing.
Yeah.
I said roughing as well.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like, that's why I said it. And I was like, oh, is this the word that they use for dog barking? Like, yeah. Oh, barking is one.
Barking.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay. Danger. It's the lead track of the album. It carries on the romantic frustrations of the previous track. And it has a different vibe from their previous stuff, their previous lead tracks. It's definitely more rocky and almost a bit Michael Jackson. And it starts with them chanting, "You're in danger," which I always thought was "Give me danger." But "You're in danger" seems a bit menacing. Anyway.
Isn't it like we're in danger of falling in love?
No, it's "you're in danger" because you're still being a shit girlfriend.
Yeah. You're in danger of losing me.
Yeah, I think so. Or like of me like being angry at you. RM starts off this song. He says, "It's always like this. You are you, I am me. That's your kind of formula. Your cell phone is just an accessory."
Why aren't you texting me back again?
She never uses it. She just carries it around.
You never take my calls. You never text me back.
Am I really your boyfriend? I'm sick of this. Why do you put off expressing your feelings like homework? Are we doing business or do you hate me? Also, I thought they were out of school anyway. Dum dum, diggy dum dum. Be more affectionate.
Be more affectionate.
Today, I put a spell on you again.
I like that. I like be more affectionate as a concept.
Yeah. Then there's a little JK rap.
There is a rap.
Yeah. He says, we're like parallel lines, looking at the same spot, but so different, as in like lines that never meet. So they just exist next to each other. But,
equal sign.
Yeah, exactly. You're the only one I have, but why do I feel like you're not there? You ask me, are you mad at me? Have you ever done anything to make me down? You're cute and I'm a pathetic loser.
Oh.
Hope a miracle happens so that you love me more than I love you. Sad times.
You're cute and I'm a loser.
Yeah.
I thought she was the one in trouble though.
Yeah, she's in trouble because they're angry at her.
Yeah, but not if they think that they're a loser.
Well, it doesn't make that much sense. Okay,
I'm cute and you're a loser.
No, she's not a loser. Anyway, pre-chorus goes, you don't have me in your heart, but I'm so full of you. I'm going crazy. So why are you doing this to me? Why are you making a fool out of me? I'm warning you now. Don't make me confused. Oh, so they're warning her. The chorus goes, are you kidding me? What am I to you? Am I easy? Am I easy? Oh, you're playing with me. You're in danger now. Oh, according to Dulce Bangtan, she says they mean you're dangerous to me now. They go, why are you testing me? Don't make me confused. Then they do that whole thing again. And then Tay does his little growl. And he says, I'm so sick because of you. You're hurting me so much. 3 times. And then he says, don't make me confused. You're so mean to me. And then J-Hope does his verse, no calls from you. Unlock. You're wanted. I'm trying to find your real intentions. The only thing you sent me is a couple of lines of text. Is this the relationship I've wanted and dreamt of? Where are all those love stories full of ups and downs? The main characters from TV dramas are no match for me. I tear my hair out 100 times. You look calm and prideful. You dump me. Oh. According to Dulce Bangtan again, she said that he uses damn and dang to say calm and prideful. Whereas he used like a slang term for dumping, which is cha bang bang. So that's how it like rhymes.
How you get the ramp.
And then Sugar says, what am I? What am I? What am I to you? So we get it again. Very topical. I always hear your news from your friends, not you. I want you. I want you. You're a criminal who shook my heart. My heart was already burnt before you set it aflame with your love. My efforts to win your heart were a waste of time. I'm just a friend to you. I'm a love loser. And then they do the full chorus again, and then the song is over. It clearly sort of follows from the previous song. I think it's not my favorite.
It's better than Boy in Love.
It's better than Boy in Love, yeah, I agree.
I like the choreo.
The choreo is really good.
I like when it comes on in the club.
Yeah, the choreo is good. But yeah, the song is, I listen to it when it comes on, which is, I do that with all the songs. But yeah. Do you like it, Tash?
No, I do not like Danger. It's a bit angry for me. And even if like with other ones where I've not particularly loved the song, but like when it comes to being in a club, I can listen to it. I don't think, and it comes on like, not that I'd ever like want to miss one, but I could take a toilet break. You know?
Yeah, it's not the end of the world to miss Danger. Yeah, I think if we walked into the club and we're like, oh my god, they're at the end of Danger, I'd be like, okay, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah. Yoongi said about it, he said the melody was composed by this overseas composer called Tan. This is that Tan Bui guy, he's Vietnamese, and he's on one of the versions that they put out.
Is he on one of the clips that you've linked? Because I liked that.
Yeah, but they couldn't get the melody right, so then they outsourced it and received a perfect melody that became a valuable addition to the album. And then he said that they recorded it in America while filming American Hustle Life, and he really enjoyed being able to record in a studio overseas. He said it felt like a dream.
Big house, big cars, and big rings.
Yeah. Should we get right into this movie? It's It goes well with the song I've written.
It does go well with the song. And they're in the subway.
Yeah.
Which I like. Reminds me of Hope on the Street and that game where they fight each other in the subway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's full of them being frustrated and angry about this unrequited love.
J-Hope has the worst hair I have ever seen on any of the members, other than the hair that they make Yoongi wear in the dance battle.
Yeah, I have written, let's talk about the awful hair. Should we give a worst hair in danger award? Let's all choose the worst hair in danger.
Yeah.
You've chosen J-Hope.
It's obviously J-Hope. There isn't any other.
I think Yoongi's in there with the fire engine red Liam Gallagher hair. Honestly, it's awful.
I don't think it's as bad as Hope is.
It's awful.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like Ellen DeGeneres.
Jin also bad.
Also bad. Yeah, Jin also looks like he could be Ellen DeGeneres.
Jin has the weird reddish purple side parting, which looks quite feminine. And Hobie's got a very similar style, but in orange. Yoongi's got the fire engine, Liam Gallagher. V's got the coconut.
If they hadn't done what they did to Jin and Hobie,
then
RM's would be the worst, because he's got the blonde.
It's called
shaved mullet.
A platinum pompadour mohawk.
Terrible.
Yeah. I think it's okay.
Yeah, I think it's only okay because of what they've done
compared
to
the
Jin and
others.
Hobie,
Yeah, and Yoongi.
Well, Yoongi's got a hat on.
No, but that's not the whole thing. Well, it's the same with V. V's got the coconut, which is bad, but then he looks okay with the wet hair and with the hat. Jimin's hair's fine. He's got messed up.
But even JK's, he's got the Bieber suite.
Yeah, the J Beebs.
It's bad.
I don't think RM's is the worst.
No.
But Jimin's is the best. I would, maybe you're right. Maybe J-Hope and Jin are the worst.
100%.
But just because they don't get to wear a hat, whereas Yoongi gets to wear a hat, which I think his haircut is up there. What do you think?
I would agree with you too. I'm watching it now and I'm like, wow. I think what makes Hobie's worse is the instead of it being a middle part, it's the side part, and then it's all just swoops, and it just looks
awful.
So stupid.
It does. Really bad.
So stupid. The Ellen DeGeneres reference is also a middle-aged woman who's in her 50s. Or a grandma who's just had her hair cut short, and she's also dyed it bright red because that'll stick.
Yeah, that's the vibe it gives, yeah.
Straight up, that stylist is in danger.
Yeah.
And the concept's awful. They've all got an angry. The only one that's authentic is Yoongi, right?
Well, we'll go over the storyline. So it opens with RM writing, and then Jungkook's playing the outro propose piano from the previous album. He does not know how to play piano. We know that. Jimin lets out his anger on a punching bag and then explodes it. Lol.
JK should be on the punching bag.
Yeah, absolutely. And then JK smashes up the piano, actually.
Jimin shouldn't be on the piano. Yoongi should be on the piano.
Yeah.
But
Yoongi does have the basketball, which is fine.
Yeah.
Tae stares angstily in the mirror. Hobie's dancing his troubles away. Yoongi bounces the basketball. Jimin's boxing. And then they dance in the underground station. And then Jin throws a lighter on some stuff. Jin doesn't really have a thing.
Yeah. What, fire? Fire's his thing.
I guess so, yeah. That shouldn't be his thing, though. And then Hobie checks his phone a lot during the verse where Yoongi's frustrated with his basketball and can't make the shots. RM scribbles a lot, then tears up the pages and then starts tattooing himself. And then they dance in front of the shopping trolleys and fire. At the end, they break loads of stuff, including the mirror, and then Tae cuts his fringe. And I do think actor Tae shines in the scenes where he has the wet hair and he's looking in the mirror, which is the bit that they reused in his short film for Wings. So that's when people are like, Black and Wild is part of the universe, whereas I maybe think that they just thought he looked tortured in that and were like, yeah, let's check in that. I think he does a good job of looking tortured with his hair.
I like the one that do the neck.
Yeah. And when they do the holding the chest in different levels, going around in the circle.
They're just too angry.
The outfits are also bad. I've written they're back in what I assume is fake Versace t-shirts.
Yeah.
And chains.
And they're all too similar. Their style almost the same. There's 5 of them in the same shirt.
It's a lot of acid wash denim and leather jackets, plaid shirts, just general black clothes I've written. It's not the best.
It's bad.
Yeah. I did link the Japanese MV just because it has a slightly more developed storyline, but they're wearing the same sort of stuff. But it's like Tae's the main character and he's looking at his phone all the time, and then they're at a party and then they're dancing around and you see these like clips of him looking frustrated. He gets to do a bit of acting in that, which I thought was nice. But yeah, and then we've got the dance practice, which I included for the choreo, which is really tight, really good, looks fairly complicated, standard early Bangtan.
Yeah.
They got that down.
It was called, what's it called? The hypersynchronicity. They talk a bit about that in the book. Like, that's what they were working on for debut, where Bang PD had made them all like jump at the same height, put their arm at the exact same angle.
Yeah.
Which is really difficult when you're of different like heights. And
they said
weights and
he
stuff.
Would stop the like freeze frames and be like, oh,
you're like a millimeter too high on this jump.
Yeah.
So I did notice that more on this dance prac and the dance prac for War of Hormone. Like, even when they do the jumps, they're all level at the same height.
Yeah. Well, I think we said on the I can't remember if we said already, but I think he said in one of the D-Day promotions, he talked about like their trainee days, and he said that he'd even tell them off for like their eyes looking in different directions. But yeah, do you have anything to say on the MV and dance prac? Do you like them?
Not particularly, no.
Oh.
The dance prac is better for Hobie's hair.
Yeah.
They didn't fix Hobie's hair in the Japanese version of the MV. They just kept it the same. But by the time you get to the dance prac, he only has the coconut, but you're like, at least it's gone.
I like the bit in the choreo, there's like a bit where like Tae play fights his way out of the boys and like to the front. And then Hobie does like a little pop lock thing at the start of his verse, which is also cool. Those were the bits that I really enjoyed. Now we've got the Mo Blue remix, where they sing the song on a balcony of like a skyscraper, it looks like. RM does an angsty English intro where he says, if I'd known that true love was like this, I can't be sure that I would have ever tried it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fine. That also feels quite Twilight, actually.
Yeah, very, very Twilight. I was going to say very RM.
Yeah. Oh, and then he says, all I feel is anger and the danger.
Yeah, and he's wearing that stupid t-shirt that says like love, kiss, hate, information?
I don't know.
Oh no, it's important.
Oh, okay, that makes less sense.
Yeah.
It's with this Vietnamese artist called Tan Bui, and he does the second chorus in English, and he's got a good voice.
I liked it. I understood more of what danger meant from his verse. I think he says, I'm in danger.
We're in danger tonight.
Yeah, like we're in danger of falling apart. We're in danger of losing this.
Yeah.
The first time I'd seen it was when you linked it.
Yeah.
Would recommend.
I'd not really seen it either, but yeah, it's not on an album. It's not like on their Japanese album or anything, as far as I can see on Spotify, but it is there on YouTube if you want to check it out. And then I put that the only performance I care about is the Mama 2014 one, which is a great one. It was called the Fight of the Century between BTS and Block B. So Block B were obviously another boy group led by rapper Zico. They debuted in 2011 and remained active until 2018 when Zico left the company. They're a little bit older than BTS. They're born from 1990 to 1993. And that's all the background that I want to give.
I thought Zico was called Tough Cookie.
I thought that too for like the longest time.
When it comes up, it says Tough Cookie, but then the song's called Tough Cookie.
Yeah.
I was like, when it came out, I was like, they've not.
I think I told you it was called Tough Cookie.
They've not called this rapper Tough Cookie.
I thought because it was like Rap Monster and Tough Cookie. I was like, yeah, that checks out. I thought that for the longest time until I showed my friend Kevin, shout out to Kevin, and he was like, no, that's Zico. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I saw it said Zico underneath, and then I saw when it said Rap Monster, it said Rap Monster underneath as well.
Yeah.
And then he was singing about Tough Cookie, and I was like, oh, maybe that's the song.
Yeah. I think the first probably 3-4 watches, I thought his name was Tough Cookie. And then when like he starts shouting it in the song, and then RM sort of joins in to say Tough Cookie, I'm like, why is RM shouting this guy's name? Like, I don't get it.
How do you like your cookies?
Yeah.
Tough. Block B aren't actually that bad.
No,
I quite like them.
But anyway, yeah, it starts with a dance battle between Jimin and Hobie and Block B's dance line, which I think that's where I think the biggest gap is. I think
they can't.
Jimin and Hobie do it like 100 times better than Block B.
Also, we've watched this clip before. Because it's the one where Jimin rips his shirt off, for spoiler. And when we watched it before, I thought it was like at the end of the performance.
No,
but it's not. It's right at the beginning.
It's right at the start.
So then he doesn't have a fucking shirt for the rest of the 10 minutes that he's up on there.
Yeah.
They stick this fur jacket on him, but he's got no shirt.
Yeah, he's like during the dance battle.
Jimin
and Hobie do like some more like obviously hip hop street dancing style where they like crump and pop lock a lot. I don't know how to say. I think it's called like crumping.
Crumping, yeah. Where they crump.
I'm not a dance expert.
Anyway, Hobie does where he lays down on the floor.
Oh yeah.
From We Are Bulletproof, and Jimin doesn't flip over him.
No.
And I was like, Jimin.
Yeah, well, I think
Hobie's doing it. Flip over him, and then obviously Jimin's busy ripping his shirt off.
Yeah, Jimin takes off his jumper first. He's wearing like a hoodie. And then rips his vest like down the middle, and the female idols look really happy.
They're literally losing their shit.
Yeah, like oh. Yeah, he's got these like 19-year-old abs and the fake tattoos, including the Nevermind on his ribs.
Is Nevermind fake?
That's fake at that point, but now obviously we know he's got a real one. Yeah, I think early idol groups they're not really allowed to get tattoos.
No, yeah.
I learned on Suchita actually when he had Taeyang on, he talked about that Mama show. And obviously Taeyang's Jimin's huge idol. He loves him. And at that same award show, Yoongi was like, oh yeah, we really loved your performance at Mama 2014 where you like performed shirtless with G-Dragon. It was just the two of them. So I wonder if he was like inspired, like, oh my God, my idol shirtless. I'm going to rip my shirt off. Because Yoongi was like, yeah, we all thought that performance was like the coolest thing ever. It was so cool.
Oh, but maybe not if you already had the fake tattoos on. It must have been planned if you already had the fake tattoos in place.
Fair. Yeah. Well, I just thought it was very shirtless. Forever. And then they never came back to the shirtless. Oh. Like, that was the one time he was shirtless until, like, Love Yourself era, where he does the, like, hand under the shirt. But that's not the same.
RM looks vile in his white suit with his bright red hair.
I said, can we discuss the bright hair? Because I don't hate it, to be honest.
Oh, I hate it. I hate the pink shirt as well. I hate the whole of RM.
Yeah,
I do think he's a better rapper.
RM and Zico do their rap battle that comes next. Zico performs Tough Cookie. RM chimes in on the choruses. And then RM performs a song called RM that he wrote himself, according to some articles that I read, but I couldn't find it anywhere else. It doesn't seem like it's on his first mixtape. It hasn't been released on SoundCloud that I can see. Really? It's just for that, really. They're both pretty good, I wrote. And I did find out that actually, because like when I first watched it again, I was like, oh my God, these are huge like nemesis, like they hate each other or whatever. But actually RM and Zico worked together on a song called Fuck Cockroaches.
Right?
Yeah, it was pre-debut back when their names were Runch Rhonda and Naxo.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, I have added the link if anyone wants to watch it. It's pretty short. Yeah, and then BTS performed Danger in some horrible white outfits.
Vile. And that's, you see Yoongi, what they've done to Yoongi.
Yeah, Block B wore mainly the black outfits. I think they were like to distinguish them. Jimin's got a horrible fur coat, but at least he's still shirtless. My baby Yoongi looks the worst of all in his pink fur boa and his problematic ginger braids.
Yeah. Problematic.
Tough day.
One of the things that I noticed, no army bombs.
No, they didn't have them at that point.
No army bombs. No little like sticks in the audience. And I think Block B's light stick is the light torch. And when Block B perform Her and they pan to the audience, everybody's singing it. When BTS do Danger, no one's singing along. Yeah. And then when Block B do Her, everyone's singing along. And I was like, oh my God.
Well, they had been going for 2 more years.
Everybody knows these guys, Block B, and nobody knows our boys.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't stay that way. And then everyone else has these white blazers over like pink or black tops. So they kind of look like they're about to like go do some lab experiments is what I wrote. And then Block B do their song Her, which, not gonna lie, is a bop. I like it. Yeah. And then they come together to cover Let's Get It Started, which is random. Natasha.
The light sticks are Big Bang.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes. And Block B, I've had in my playlist for a very long time. Her is an old one. There's a lot of good ones. There's a few good ones after Zico left. And Zico's solo stuff now is also great. It's when you get here and we go to a club, pretty much all the club songs are like Zico's in most of them because he did all the... There's a big rapper TV show that everyone goes on. He does like a lot of the production things, and show me the money. Show me the money.
Yeah, I heard of that. Yeah, I have listened to. I know you made a Spotify playlist a while ago that has some of his songs on, and I listened to those, and I'm like, actually, these are really good. I've not checked out Block B, but I thought I might.
While JK's singing, it pans to IU watching him, and she's like, oh.
Yeah. I did see that. That's cute. Yeah. I think that's all we really had to say about Danger.
Good. Well, not good. Done. Onwards
and upwards, guys. It's time for the problematic bad bitch War of Hormone. Yeah, take it away, please.
Yeah, when I looked at it, I was like, why did I get left with War of Hormone?
This is just because I didn't want to do 2 in a row, but I can do it if you want.
No, I can still do it.
Okay.
But I was like, I swear I wouldn't have picked this.
I quite like War of Hormone. I think it's good.
I prefer Danger.
Oh, no, I definitely prefer War of Hormone for sure.
What about you? You prefer War of Hormone, yeah, because you hate Danger.
Yeah, I prefer War of Hormone.
Oh.
Yeah, me too.
Love it.
Well, it's fair.
How can you hate Danger and love War of Hormone? We're in the same thing where they're like,
no,
they're very, very similar.
It's not
in
similar
sound
at all.
And style.
That's not true. War of Hormone's much more like punk rocky, whereas Danger is more like hip hop with the rock guitar.
Yeah.
Maybe Danger is a bit more 80s and War of Hormones is a bit more 70s. Anyway, this is the other song that has received some criticism for being problematic. Where Boy in Love was a bit possessive and controlling, they behaved quite inappropriately with the girl in the MV. This one has had criticism mainly for the lyrics and how they objectify women. So the general consensus, I believe, is that this one isn't as bad. It's just that they're only talking about loving women for physical reasons. And obviously Western rappers have done this a million times.
Forever.
Keep doing it. And 2014 was a different time. Plus it's not super crude. It's just about like see-through clothes and like heels and tummies and whatever. It's not like, oh, I love your
big titties.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I did, when I was researching, I saw that a lot of some commenters also mentioned a couple of other songs, so Miss Right and Converse High, as being problematic in the same way. But having done those songs, I didn't see any major issues. Like there is a little bit of the same, like, oh, I want girls to wear this or that, whatever. But whereas,
this one's more explicit.
Yeah, this one, I kind of see what they mean. Although someone my age and who's used to Western rap, it comes off as quite innocent. Because obviously all the stuff that we had in the noughties from Western, especially hip-hop artists, were just like 100 times worse.
We had the Fong song.
Yeah.
Song about Fongs.
Like Fong song. Like Shake That Ass for Me and Smack That.
Yeah,
and like,
Smack That.
Yeah, just bad ones.
Bad.
So we've talked a little bit about before how they reacted to receiving this criticism, which didn't really come until 2016, so a couple of years after this. But that's when obviously BTS were getting more popular. And then obviously these people were looking for reasons to sort of tear them down. And obviously we know that RM&R gets his lyrics reviewed by a feminist studies professor, like a legend. And
JK doesn't get his MVs reviewed by the same professor.
That's true, but we've had progress nonetheless, lyrics-wise anyway. In 2016, Big Hit made a statement about these allegations where they recognized the debate and said that after having reviewed BTS's lyrics, they found that some lyrics and social media posts might be misleading and intimidating to the public, regardless of what the musician intended. The company and the members expressed their dearest apology to those who felt uncomfortable and promised to seriously reflect on the feedback. They also said that they understand it's not appropriate to judge a woman's role and value from a man's perspective. Finally, they remarked that as a trend-setting idol group, BTS knows a single remark and its behavior may bring about a tremendous effect to society. Also, Big Hit Entertainment feels responsible for not being careful in generating content and causing such trouble. Please keep an eye on our growth, and we promise that we are open to feedback from fans and the public. So it feels like they took it really seriously, and we have the 21st century girl response, quote unquote, which is great, and we've already talked about, which is sort of
Jimin.
Yeah,
which is nice.
Beside the point, but yeah,
as an apology.
But yeah, I think it was important to read the statement, I think, just to see sort of how they dealt with it. And obviously anything else that keeps coming up, like this video, then obviously we can keep looking over, as they've requested, what they do going forward. And I don't think there's any problem with that. And they have obviously invited that sort of interaction. But yeah, I think in terms of a response statement, I think it was pretty good. Do you want to do the lyrics?
Yes. So War of Hormone, it was written by P-Dog and Supreme Boy with RM, Sugar and Hobie, and it was produced by P-Dog.
Yeah.
So War of Hormone starts with because of women, because of who, hormones, because of who. So it's like women and my hormones are the problem.
Yeah.
I've been really weirdly on the War of Hormones. One of my friends is like really pregnant at the minute, and we keep saying that's just your hormones. It's your hormones making you think that. Yeah. So then when I was reading these, I was more sympathetic because I was like, oh, their hormones are just running wild.
It's hard with the hormones.
Yeah, they're making them think and do things that they wouldn't normally do. Yeah. And it's so confusing because it feels real.
You don't get like the same sympathy as a teenager.
As puberty hormones as you do pregnancy hormones. But this because of who hormones, because of who I was like, yeah, those hormones are mental.
Yeah. They get back to how it sort of makes them act a bit silly later. But yeah.
So first one starts with RM. Thank you for your existence. Please call me so that I can buy you dinner. I'm crazy these days. Cough, cough. Girl, you make me cough. Your clothes, they're see-through.
Spicy.
Very much, thank you. You make everything clear. Your natural LASIK, I don't need to pay for it.
Nice.
LASIK is the eye surgery that you get so that you don't have to wear glasses or lenses.
Yeah.
Then he says, I'll be in panic, I'll be a fan. And I'll be a man of you, babe.
He comes off as so confident when he says that bit, and I'm like, oh, I do like it. I'm not gonna lie. I think he comes off as quite swaggy and charming in this bit.
Yeah. Then JK comes in with another little. Is it a rap?
Little rap.
Yeah. He says, "It keeps catching my eyes, girls' tummies."
Yeah.
Yep. Right?
Can't help but look at girls' tummies.
Yep. Girls are equations and we solve it.
Yep.
I drip with sweat and I don't know what to do. Please wear more high heels. I'm 18. I know all this stuff. That girls are the best creatures in the world. Yes, I'm a bad boy. So I like a bad girl.
Yeah.
Come on, baby. We're meant to be.
Yeah.
Bad. Bad. Bad on all instances.
It's maybe good for JK that he didn't write this.
I'm 18, I know all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm 18, I know all about girls.
I know all I'm supposed to know. I also enjoy the yes, I like bad boy, so I like bad girl. No, you're not, but sure.
You're not. You've never seen Bad Boy. Especially
and you're so scared
JK.
of girls.
Yeah, this JK is a baby. Just got back from American Hustle Life.
But in American Hustle Life, when they try and get them to talk to
girls.
Women, I think that is where he like runs outside and is like, I'm never getting married. Which is very sweet, but like...
And then he's singing these lyrics. How far the boys come.
Yeah.
Now he's fucking banging you every day.
Yeah.
Monday, bang. Tuesday, bang. Wednesday, bang.
Yeah.
Goes on and on.
It's all for you.
What do you want to do? Every day, bang, bang, bang.
Sure.
So then we get into the chorus, which goes, hello. What? Hello. Tell me what you want right now. Hello.
What?
Hello.
I'm gonna give it to you, girl, right now.
No, you have to do the what.
Oh, sorry.
And then I'm going to give it to you, girl, right now. Yeah, fine.
There's a take growl. Take it.
Another take growl. Yeah. You are not mine, but I know you are perfect. In front of you, I don't even know where to look. I want to get closer to you, but you are just too beautiful. I mean, that's nice.
Yeah.
And they do the little wavy choreo, which is fine.
Yeah. Korea's cute.
Then girls are the best. Presents. What I'm really wishing for is just you. Everybody say, if that's you, I'm okay. Oh, I can't handle this. You look perfect in every direction, from head to toe. Perfect.
And they do their little like head spin and then like kick their feet out from the head at the head to toe bit in the choreo, which I was like, oh, right, that makes sense now.
Yeah, then there's the la-las. Perfect from the front, perfect from the back. Then the la la's again.
Yeah.
Perfect from head, perfect to toe, perfect, perfect. Even the way you walk, it's perfect, perfect. And in this choreo, from the perfect from the front, perfect from the back, that's when they wiggle their butts.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the like cutest way, like literally not a bit of sex appeal at all.
They do, like, when they face the front and like shake their hips, that is a little sexy. Some of them do it better than others, I think. And then they turn around and then they start slapping everyone on the butt. Yeah. So yeah, it's meant to be funny. I think that's the vibe of this song. Like, it is a little bit objectifying, but it is like a jokey song.
Silly, yeah. I always think when they wiggle their butts, it's like when you put tails on children, you know, like in costumes, and the child tries to like move their butt in a way that makes the tail jiggle.
Yeah.
And they can do better butt wiggles, I'm sure. Then we're on to Sugar's verse, which is, no way, not only for once or twice. I'm not interested in that short-term relationship.
My perfect sweet angel boy.
But I learned body architecture 101 from you.
Oh.
My testosterone goes up heavily. After conquering at a fight with my hormones, I studied you and found out you were against the rules.
Mm-hmm.
Foul
play.
Foul play, yeah. If the standards for beauty can be compared with the depth of the sea, you are the deep sea. Oh, you are the beautiful...
Wow, what a line. Sorry.
You are the beautiful cultural heritage and should be conserved by government.
On the deep sea line, he uses the word simhe, apparently, which can mean both deep sea and too much. So, like, if the standard of beauty is the ocean, you're the deep sea or you're too much.
Then we go into Hobie's verse, which I think is the last one, isn't it? Yeah.
But yeah, let's talk about the conserved by the government as well. Yeah. So in Korean, apparently, they have yuhyung, which means tangible cultural assets like books and buildings and stuff, and muhyung, which means like intangible assets like traditional dance and music. And then hyung means like the format the assets in, and what he calls her is mihyung, which means like she's a cultural asset in the beauty format, or the beauty category, which isn't actually a thing, but let's...
If he was inventing it, she'd be number one.
Yeah.
Then we're going to Hobie's verse, which is fine.
It's so weird, not gonna lie.
From her head, body, waist, legs to where I cannot really say.
Spicy.
But at least he hasn't said it. All of the explicit words, he's not said them.
Yeah.
As a man, I cannot understand if someone says he's not interested.
Oh, that's a bit tough as well.
It's like every man should be obsessed with you.
Yeah, and also some men aren't interested in girls, and that's okay.
Even a small gesture blows my mind. Girl, I keep my place in front of my computer every night because you are luring me. Why is she on the computer?
I guess they're like messaging.
They're messaging.
Yeah.
Ladies first for my lady. Oh, and this has got the god-awful choreo where they open the door.
Yeah.
Why are we doing literal choreo?
But then it says...
Girls are the frozen icebergs, let it go.
It's a Frozen reference.
Yeah, let it go.
Yeah.
Fine. Cute Disney reference from Hobie.
It's very topical. I think Frozen came out in 2013, right? So it would have been like on the Frozen hype train.
The Frozen hype train.
Yeah.
Female, it's madness. It excites me every day. I squeeze my pimple after this hormone war as part of my daily routine.
Yeah, and then he does it in the video and in the choreo. He does like a little like squeeze motion, which is kind of gross.
This whole choreo for this verse is
bad.
Yeah. Then we get the chorus again, and then the bridge, which is because of who, because of girls, because of what, because of hormones, because of what, because I'm a man, because I'm a man, because I'm a man.
Lovely.
Because of who, because of girls.
Yeah, they do that twice.
And then they do that twice, yeah.
And then they do the chorus again, and then that's the end.
Yeah, ending on even the way you walk, it's perfect.
All right.
Fine.
Yeah, it's fine, this song, in my opinion. I think it's a little bit objectifying and a little bit cringe, but like personally, I think it's 100 times better than Boy in Love. But I don't know if you quite liked Boy in Love, didn't you?
I quite like the sound of Boy in Love.
Yeah.
I prefer the sound of that than the sound of this.
So I prefer the sound of this. And I think the intentions were like overall good, if you know what I mean. Like they wanted to celebrate and compliment women, but just went about it in the wrong way. Yeah. It was like they were like, you're right, let's write a song about women where we talk about how great they are, but like also we want it to be like hip hop style. And also we can't really do like a normal rapper, fuck bitches, get money. Like, no, we're idols, can't do that. So let's just like sing about hormones and girls' tummies and stuff. Like, make it PG. It doesn't quite work, but like, I think it's fine. I like it when it comes on the club, and I like listening to it. It's, yeah.
I think because it's the second lead track, it's not in the skip contenders. But you both seem to love the video. I just hate the video.
Oh, I
literally hate it. I hate the aesthetic. I hate the... Do you know what it reminds me of?
The styling is 100 times better than Danger.
Do you know what it reminds me? It reminds me of Just One Day. This whole like cutesy boy chasing the girl, trying to be like the perfect boy for you, and that I just find that quite jarring.
Oh, no, I love it.
Whereas at least with Danger, they're just angry, and I'm used to them being angry, which I hate that as well. That's cringy, but I find this is...
But do you think the styling is better? Because I think the styling is 100 times
well, obviously
better.
The hair's better.
Yeah.
But I'd skip the MV.
Okay.
Natasha?
I like it. It's cute. It's nice to know, someone who listened to it from when I was 13, didn't have a clue what they were saying, weren't bothered. So when I was like, obviously the thing came out being like, this is a little bit problematic. I was like, oh, what? Really? Because I'd seen like a lot of people being like, oh my God, he makes a Frozen reference and stuff like that. I was just like, he's talking about Frozen. Like, how can it be problematic? But I understand now.
Yeah. I also enjoy it. It's a catchy song. Yoongi said about it that they recorded it in America as well. It's rather exciting, he said. And then that they were careful with the lyrics because they wanted to properly convey a boy's instincts.
Were they careful with the lyrics?
That's what he said. And there are funny bits too, is what he said. I think they wanted to be truthful in terms of what they said. Like maybe they felt like what they do think about when they look at girls are like heels and tummies. I don't know. But that's what he said. Anyway.
MV?
MV.
The MV's got like a Sin City vibe, so it's all like grayscale with pops of red.
It's sepia, yeah.
Sepia with pops of red, which I think is nice. It hides some of the hair colours, but it does mean that RM's pops is the blonde. The sort of setup is like they're at a school.
Yeah.
And they see one girl.
Yes.
Dressed a bit like a cheerleader.
Yeah, she's got a
cheerleading outfit on. And all 7 of them want her.
Well, they're competing for her attention, I guess. Yeah.
So then they all go on their own pursuits of trying to woo her.
Yeah.
In the end, it's V that wins, right? In the end,
she picks V. And picks V, yeah. Yeah.
Which is fine.
Yeah, I like the video. I think the styling is good, so we can go over the outfits. They're like British 70s punk inspired outfit. This is what I put anyway. Jake has got the Freddy Krueger jumper.
Yeah, I don't think the Freddy Krueger jumper works.
No, I think it's nice. Jimin's got his Djibouti trousers. That's when the Djibouti was born, I think. I like RM's pinstripe suit, but his hair looks crazy.
Yeah, his hair's over.
And Jimin and Hobie's hair looks crazy as well.
Yeah, it's overstyled.
Yeah. Tay gets a lot of attention for his sexy finger licking and lollipop in the video, but I feel like he just looks like a little munchkin. Yeah,
Tay does a lot of cutesy acting.
I have heard other people be like, oh my God, he's so sexy in War of Hormone, but I'm like, he's just tiny. Jin looks handsome in his plaid blazer.
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
That's the saviour of early Bangtan. I like when they all ride their bicycles.
Yeah, so the whole first bit where they're outside is like a one take, which is quite cool. They walk around and then like stop to dance, and occasionally they see this girl and like follow her, and then they're on the bikes, and then they go into this gym, that's the first cut, I think. But yeah, I think the dance is fun. The bit where Tay slaps Jimin's and JK's butts and then looks at his hand as if it's now like has superpower.
Magical, yeah.
It's like, oh my God, my hand is not glowing because your butts are so hot.
Yeah, and he's super shocked with it. He's like shocked when he's looking at it.
And then JK carrying Yoongi is cute.
Oh yeah, and they do that in the dance as well, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and then they're in the gym and then dance some more, and then the girl walks in, goes up to Tay, hugs him, and he looks so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And then in the commentary, Arm's like, oh yeah, and we were all super jealous of V in that point. But V's like, oh my God, don't touch me. And then as soon as she lets go, he's like just celebrating with the other guys. He just completely ignores her. I don't think he knew all the things he needed to know either.
Jimin looks really angry that V gets picked. Like everyone else is like fine, but Jimin is like, no! I'm the sexy one. He's
I'm the one with the booty.
Yeah. He's like, I've got the Djibouti. Why does she not want me?
Yeah.
Cute.
And then there's dance practices, which I wasn't going to include, but then I watched them and then I had to include them because I really believe in their power to produce happiness. So please watch away. They're really good.
There's the silly one.
There's a real war version where they do the dance just while being silly.
Aram's got blue hair.
Yeah.
He hides it.
Aram looks like floppy.
Yeah.
And he's got a tired look on his face.
Aram doesn't want to be doing the silly version. I think he's fine.
It looks like maybe they just recorded it late in the day or something, like they're all tired. But
what I thought of this was because up until this, the whole playlist is like angry, overly obsessed with girls.
Yeah.
This was the first time that I'd seen Jimin in particularly just be Jimin.
Yeah.
Like be soft and cute and friendly and silly. And I was like, oh, there he is. And he can do the choreo, but they've told him to pretend he's angry.
Yeah. Whereas this one, they've told him to pretend he's silly.
Well, I just think they've told them to just do whatever they want, right? Because Aram's not being super silly.
It's called a real war version, which I don't really know what they mean by that, but they're all being fairly silly. Aram's being floppy. Tae's kicking everyone and pushing Jimin over, and then they take their revenge on him at the end. JK carries Yoongi on his shoulders and then starts jumping around. I was fearful for my boy's safety.
Yoongi's not a baby.
No, Yoongi's not a baby, and also that studio, not very high ceiling. He bumps his head like a few times, I think.
Yoongi also smacks Aram in the face.
When he gets picked up when he's on his shoulders.
It's like quite a common, like, do you know when they do like a compilation of like memes, they'll show a clip, it'll just be like Aram getting hit in the face by Yoongi, and then like next clip. It's quite funny.
I've seen that clip a few times in the Aram's Wedding of his 6 children compilations.
J-Hope does a lot of booty shaking, and then they all sort of join in, and then Tae carries him for a bit.
Before that, they still do the door choreo where they open the door for it to come through.
Yeah,
which is fine. And they do spirit fingers.
Jiminy is cute, I wrote, but he shouts "what" all the time.
He loves it. I think Jimin's so happy. And then he does the little bit where he's centering and he does the little pouty face.
Yeah.
Pokes the camera.
Yeah. And he drags V to the front and they all like do a little cute face.
Adorable.
And then they get really giggly at the end and start shouting stuff. And then kick Tae down. And then I think it's Jimin and JK kick him down, but then Hobiko walks past him and then sneaks in a little cake. Oh yeah, you're here. Cake done. Yeah, it's really cute. And then there's a Halloween version.
The Halloween version was really good, actually.
It's so good, yeah.
The JK looks petrifying.
Yeah.
Literally, he is so scary looking, and he doesn't smile until at least 2 minutes in.
So his character, we can go over what they all are. So Jungi's Dracula.
Yeah.
Jin is Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
Yoongi's a very smiley Chucky. Hobie is a prisoner. Jimin is Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah.
It's a bit random. Tae is the Joker.
Yeah.
And does a really good job. JK is something called the King of Terrors, I found, but I don't really know what it is, but it looks like a sort of Grim Reaper / scary monk / Black Plague peasant was what I got from it. There is a reference to the King of Terrors in the Bible. From what I understand, it's sort of another word for death. It will bring this guy before the King of Terrors is the same as killing him. But I don't know whether he's the personification of death, which kind of feels like that's what he's dressed as.
It's just really creepy. Even Yoongi as Chucky, he's smiling throughout.
He is.
And you don't get a single smile from JK until
No, but they're meant to perform it in character, which is what makes it fun.
It's creepy.
I like it. I was going to say...
And if they're performing in character, why is Hobie a happy prisoner? Hobie's happy
he's
throughout.
Scared. He's scared. They're definitely performing in character, because Jin, runs around drinking.
Jin keeps it super serious and nearly falls over.
But Jinny also does the Dracula, and Yoongi does all the knife stuff, and Jimin does the fancy dancing moves, and Tae does the
and Tae does an amazing.
Tae does a great joke.
He does an amazing Joker impression at all points. Even the smiles on point.
I was going to ask you guys whether you want to name your best cosplayer.
Yeah, it's V.
It's V for you. I thought it was between Jin and Tae, but I landed on Jin, actually. Because he even does the bit where he falls over and he's swigging out of his water bottle. And
I think the problem is the water bottle.
No, but the water bottle is a prop.
No, I know, but they should have got him a better prop. Or not a water bottle.
It's just a dance practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think?
To be fair, I don't think I've watched any of them.
Okay.
Like, I've never watched Tricky. I've never watched The Joker. I've seen bits of Charlie Chaplin, but I don't know what he does, really.
Right.
Hobie is anybody, and Jack Sparrow, I've never seen it.
Yeah, then it's hard. But yeah, it's a fun dance practice. Enjoy watching. Performance-wise, I included M Countdown, where they wear similar outfits to the MV, but not the same ones. I wrote for this one, I realize he also wears this in the MV, but I've got a lot of time for Yoongi's patchwork jeans with the suspenders and the cardi and the bear. I think he looks really nice.
Yeah, I think Junior looks great in the suspenders as well.
Yeah. His hair is just a bit all over the place. Not that Yoongi's hair is better, but he wears the beret, so it's fine. Jake's got a big sexy moment at the end of the bridge where he does like a big dance and like shakes his hips around, which I didn't really see in the other performances. But yeah, did you like that one?
Yeah, it's good. For me, I don't think there's any like standout outfits that they're wearing. And the set's kind of a bit boring as well, I'd say.
Yeah.
Jimin's wearing the Rolling Stone t-shirt, which everyone owned in 2014.
And then the last one I included was from Summer Sonic, which was just a year later. I really only included this for the looks.
Yeah, you said they'd grown up, but I wasn't...
I think they look 100 million times better. I really like the Jimin in the shorts and what looks like those like NFL jersey, and he's got the red hair from Doe. Jake has got these like shorts and then a white t-shirt, like a hoodie and a bucket hat, and he just looks huge. He looks so big.
Both, yeah.
Yeah. I think everyone else is fine. Yeah, they don't look super styled for this. It's just, there wasn't really more to it than that. It was just like
Junior's beanie and Jin's shirt. Jimin's got the nice cut.
Yeah.
And there's army bombs in the crowd.
That's nice. Do you like that one?
I think, like you said, Jimin and JK definitely look better and a lot more grown up. It's not the greatest, but I guess we're never going to see it perform like now. With like great staging and great outfits, and it's just like, nah. We'll just stick to JK fucking Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah. He has lost the war of hormones.
He has.
He's just giving into it.
I think that is the song that we'll leave part 1 on.
End of part 1.
Yeah, thanks for listening to part 1, guys. It was a
problematic part.
A weird one with a lot of problematic bits. A lot of references to Jungkook having sex, which I think if someone listens to this like 5 years from now, it's going to sound really weird. But right now, it feels really topical. So just trust us. I guess the intro will help. But yeah, thanks for listening. And we'll be back with part 2. We'll do the majority of the album. And part 3 we'll do the rest of the album and awards. So yeah, stay tuned. And all that's left to say is I've been Christine.
I've been Leanne.
I've been Natasha, and we've been
Generation BTS.
Borahae.
Borahae.